28-year-old star was not happy after her match with Rhea Ripley. Hello guys. Welcome to my channel. I am Elena. Have a nice day. For the latest news update, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. A 28-year-old star faced Rhea Ripley in a singles match one time. However, she was not happy with the match. Maxine Dupri didn't have a lot of in-ring experience when she signed with the WWE. She spent most of her initial years in the company as a valet before becoming an in-ring performer. Considering her lack of experience, she was a bit green in the ring. Over the years, Maxine Dupri has worked hard on her craft and has shown a lot of improvement. Despite her lack of experience, she has competed against some top names like Rhea Ripley. Maxine competed against the Eradicator on the 11th of December 2023 episode of Raw. Rhea Ripley was able to squash Maxine in this match. During a recent interview with Chris Van Vliet, Maxine Dupri admitted that she was upset with herself after the match because she felt she had not performed to the best of her abilities. I came back from that match pretty upset with myself because I just felt like I did her an injustice. Felt like I did myself an injustice? That was the moment that I was like, okay, I've got to go back to the drawing board and really, I gotta train differently. I gotta do things differently because what I'm doing isn't translating to my matches on TV, if that makes sense. And thank God for Chad Gable that day because he was there helping me in afterwards. I was upset with how I had done, and he was just such a great source to be like, it's okay, we're gonna grow from here. This is we're just gonna build. It's fine, which I needed. I really needed that. Maxine further added that she wants one more match against Rhea Ripley so that she can redeem herself. So she's someone I would love to work again for a personal redemption, and I know from the outside it's like, oh, it's fine, it's okay, not your greatest match, but whatever. But when you're experiencing it, it feels like the whole world is on your chest, You're like, oh, why did I not do that to the best that I know I could? Matt Morgan wants Rhea Ripley to face Jade Cargill at WrestleMania. At Saturday night's main event, Jade Cargill destroyed Tiffany Stratton in dominant fashion to become the new WWE Women's Champion. Many people have since commented on her win. Matt Morgan took to social media to congratulate Jade on her win and pitched for her to go on a dominant run like Goldberg. He also suggested that Ripley should challenge Jade for the title at WrestleMania. Let's go! Huge congrats to my friend at Jade_Cargill for winning the Women's Championship tonight at #SNME. This girl has put in so much work to get here that it's not even funny. Now, WWE needs to make her go on a Goldberg type of dominate run and have Rhea chase her for the title come Mania IMO. So proud of you, sis. Morgan tweeted. Rhea Ripley and Jade Cargill have never shared the ring together. Therefore, this will make for an interesting match. If you use the quote from the first half of the article, then link back to the source with an HT to Sportskeeda Wrestling. Rey Mysterio shares who first saw Dominic Mysterio's heel side. Rey Mysterio said his wife, Angie Gutierrez, was the first to notice that their son Dominic had a natural heel side in the ring. Speaking on the Club 520 podcast, Rey Mysterio shared his thoughts on seeing his son become Intercontinental Champion and establish himself as a superstar. He said he always believed Dominic would achieve more than he did. He explained that his wife, Angie Gutierrez, was the first to notice that Dominic naturally had a heel side in the ring. It's crazy. Deep down in my thoughts, I've always said or knew that he was going to be something bigger than what I did. I didn't know how. My wife was the first one to point out that she never saw him as the good guy. She always saw him as a bad guy in the ring, which now makes complete sense. She spent more time with him than I did because I was traveling so much. So she was both mom and dad. He praised his son's confidence, saying it surpasses what he had at that age. But to see his growth over the past 4 years and how he just evolved into this character and embraced it and just now completely owns it is awesome, man. Like, his confidence is... I wish I had some of that when I was, his age. I wish I knew what he knows now. When I was his age, I had no clue. I was learning as I was going. But I think the huge factor in this is he was thrown in right away to swim with sharks, and he figured that out. He learned how to swim with sharks. So, I think personally that that's why he's in the spot that he's in now. WWE superstar Liv Morgan makes a public appearance amid her absence due to injury. WWE superstar Liv Morgan attended the Stranger Things Season 5 world premiere. The former Women's World Champion is sidelined from in-ring action after suffering a shoulder injury. Morgan suffered her shoulder injury on the June 16th episode of Monday Night Raw against Kairi Sane. The injury led to Roxanne Perez joining the Judgment Day, as the Prodigy also became Raquel Rodriguez's tag team partner and held the Women's Tag Team Championships, which Morgan previously held. Season 5 of Stranger Things will air on Netflix on November 26th. Morgan attended the world premiere for the show amid her absence from in-ring competition and WWE television. Check out Morgan's photos from the Stranger Things Season 5 world premiere. Vince Russo previously spoke about Liv Morgan making public appearances for WWE while being on the shelf. The 31-year-old superstar was part of a WrestleMania 43 press conference. Speaking on Brodown, Russo explained why he thinks Triple H hasn't brought her back on TV. He said, "I just think it's fascinating, and I've been saying it for weeks and weeks and weeks. Liv Morgan can be on that press conference, but she can't be on TV. And then when I tell you that's because the King of Pops is saving her for a pop, you think I have no idea what I'm talking about. I can't comprehend if I was the writer of the show and I literally had stars sitting at home. I can't comprehend that. That tells you flat out they don't know what to do with her. They don't have a plan for her. The fact that they flew her all the way to Saudi but she can't appear on Raw. Okay. Morgan is expected to get herself involved in Dominic Mysterio and Roxanne Perez's storyline, alongside the rest of the Judgment Day, learn about Eddie Guerrero's wife and kids in real life and his relationship with Dominic Mysterio amidst Dominic Mysterio's claims of being the son of Eddie Guerrero, know who his wife and real-life kids really are, and the special bond he has with Dirty Dom. Eddie Guerrero remains one of the most respected names, not just throughout WWE history, but also in the world of professional wrestling. Over the years, many have tried to portray a similar style and in-ring persona as that of Guerrero, but no one has come close to the manner in which Dominic Mysterio has developed a synergy with the Mexican superstar. The bond between them is so inseparable that Mysterio has reinstated that Eddie Guerrero was his biological father, not Rey Mysterio. In reality, Eddie Guerrero was married to Vicky Guerrero, a former WWE superstar. The couple tied the knot in April 1990, as per the Sportster. Shortly after their marriage, the couple had their first daughter, Shaw Marie Guerrero, who competes inside the ring as Raquel Diaz. 5 years later, they had their second daughter, Sherilyn Amber Guerrero, born in 1995. According to a report in the Blinkist magazine, Guerrero's had a brief marital struggle during which he was involved with Tara Mahoney. Guerrero's third daughter, Kylie Marie, was born as a result of that affair, and Vicky Guerrero later accepted her as part of the family after their reunion. Dominic Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero share a special relationship in the wrestling world. Dominic Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero might not have a biological relation, but the bond between them is indeed special. The reason behind that is that Mysterio believes himself to be the true torchbearer of Guerrero's legacy. The storyline bond between them as part of the WWE programming began in 2005, where Guerrero claimed he was Dominic Mysterio's biological father. This culminated in a ladder match for custody between Rey Mysterio and Guerrero at SummerSlam 2005. Although the Master of 619 defeated Guerrero in this match, the claim and the storyline feud with his father became an emerging talking point when Dirty Dom said it repeatedly in promos. Beyond these references, the Intercontinental Champion has repeatedly utilized Guerrero's signature moves and style statements inside the ring, which has further created a close bond between him and Guerrero. Mysterio has often used several signature moves of his storyline father, like the Three Amigos and Frog Splash. Guerrero has been a lifelong mentor for Dominic Mysterio and a real-life inspiration. During an At the Intoxicados podcast, Mysterio revealed that he wanted to visit Guerrero's gravesite as soon as possible after winning the Intercontinental title at WrestleMania 41. An emotional Dominic Mysterio shared, at the age of 38, Eddie Guerrero passed away on November 13, 2005, from heart failure brought on by atherosclerotic cardiovascular disease. One of WWE's most adored performers inside the ring, his untimely death shocked the wrestling community. Why Dominic Mysterio has termed his biological father as a deadbeat dad. Dominic Mysterio turned on Rey Mysterio and aligned himself with the Judgment Day, which marked the beginning of his transformation into Dirty Dom. A narrative that portrayed Rey Mysterio as an absentee father who put his wrestling career ahead of his son's upbringing catalyzed this heel turn. Mysterio started making fun of his father in public. He even interrupted family vacations to accuse him of shirking his duties. To agitate the 619 Master and further establish his villainous image, the insult "deadbeat dad" became a common one. WWE capitalized on this tension when Dominic referred to Eddie Guerrero as a more respectable father figure. During the 2005 storyline, Guerrero claimed to be Dominic's biological father. Dominic even blurred the distinction between emotional manipulation and kayfabe in one viral moment by asking a young fan if their father was a deadbeat like Rey Mysterio. Dirty Dom's use of the term deadbeat dad is not a reflection of real-life estrangement, but a dramatic device that intensifies his heel character and adds emotional depth to his feud with his real father, Rey Mysterio. It taps into WWE's history of family-based storytelling, echoing past arcs while allowing Dominic Mysterio to forge his own legacy, one that challenges, mocks, and ultimately highlights the complex bond